สวัสดีค่ะวันนี้นะคะก็จะมีสัมภาษณ์พิเศษจากคุณพ่อนะคะเนื่องจากจะมีคำถามนะคะ Q&A มาหลายคนนะคะที่ส่งคำถามมาให้กุ้งฝากถามคุณพ่อนะคะวันนี้กุ้งก็เลยพาเขามานั่งตรงนี้นะคะแล้วก็ตอบคำถามที่ส่งมากุ้งก็จดมาประมาณ 3-4 คำถามประมาณนี้นะคะเดี๋ยววันนี้มาฟังกันค่ะว่าคำถามเหล่านั้นคืออะไรบ้างนะคะ Can you tell me about your history?
Oh boy, where do we start? Long time ago.
Just about your school and family, just for.
I was born in 1956. My father started his own business in 1952, so 4 years before I was born. He was a tool maker and started a business making extrusion dies for extruding aluminum. The business was actually located in my grandfather's shop because he was a builder in downtown Toronto. So prior to starting the business, my father was an athlete. He was both professional baseball and hockey player. So that ended when he started business. He was 100% die maker. Life was pretty straightforward, I guess, until I was about maybe 12 years old. I had brothers that were 9 and 12 years older than me, so when I was 12, my one brother was 21, away from home at university. My other brother would have been 25. He was married and had his own life. So my family, my mother and father decided to downsize our home. We sold the home and moved into an apartment. The school close to the apartment was horrible. So my mother at that point made the choice, because we had enough money in our family then, to send me to a military type boarding school.
It's boring school, so it means you not really see your family too much.
Yeah, I came out of the school 2 Sundays per month, no overnights.
No overnight? You just visit family and come
Never.
back? Oh boy.
We went to church twice on Sunday. After church at 9 o'clock, your parents could take you out. You had to be back for 6:30 to go back to church at 7 o'clock.
Boy, it's boring school.
And we were allowed to do that once or twice per month. And then we had time off at Christmas and time off in the summertime. So.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, what sport do you play?
At school, I played in the fall, I played football. In the wintertime, I swam competitively. And in the summer at school, I played cricket. So for my 4 years, I basically did football, swimming, and cricket, and also started doing gymnastics.
Gymnastic too?
Yes.
How long for you?
I started gymnastics at age 12, and I continued in gymnastics until I was 19.
Wow, that's a long time. So your muscles should be very strong.
They were.
What's your favorite sport?
Oh, my favorite sport. On the summertime, we had a home on a lake, and my father had a marina. So probably water skiing at that point. And I competed in Ontario and won. I also competed in the Eastern Canadian Championships and won, and competed in the nationals as well. So I was a good skier.
Sound like you sported than business. How you come? Look like you should be like play with sport more than what you have to do business.
I had a mother who was very strict and believed that academics were important and sport was just play.
Oh, okay.
So by no means would have she allowed me to become an athlete.
Wow. How did you start racing?
First try at racing, I guess I was 11 or 12 years old. Because we had a marina, the marina in the wintertime sold snowmobiles, and I started racing snowmobiles at age 12, very competitively until I was 16.
Seems.
And then my Dad decided to stop me from racing snowmobiles, and I started racing skiing.
Still racing, so.
Always.
I see your photo is like you done many things, like a fly.
Yeah, I flew hang gliders. I did lots of different types of water skiing and snow skiing. I raced boats. I raced snowmobiles. Most things that I participated in, I competed in.
Okay, so I think there's people really interesting that's about your motorcycle racing. So how long have you been racing motorcycle?
Well, through my 20s and 30s, I was an endurance athlete. So I raced running, cycling, swimming, triathlons, marathons, speed skating, and also inline speed skating. So those were, I did canoe marathoning as well. So everything I was doing 20s and 30s was about endurance sports. When I turned 40, I was skiing out in Utah and skied off a 30-meter cliff, and I severed my left leg, which they had to operate and put back together again. So that was pretty much the end of my marathon running and all the different types of sports that way. So I decided to take up racing motorcycles.
Okay. When you got married and have family?
In my 30s, I had been single for a long time. I really didn't have any relationships.
No girlfriend?
No, I had a good job. I was a very, very good athlete. I trained twice a day, 7 days a week. I ate healthy. I owned my house. My life was fine. And
Like
I got
so good.
married in when I was, I don't know, maybe 33, 34, something like that.
33.
Yeah.
And have one child first.
Yes. Had a baby very quickly, and then 2 years later had twins, all girls. And things were okay. I guess, but then when I was 40, I skied off this cliff. And when I was 19, I was in a car accident with my father. And I guess it wasn't diagnosed at the time, but I had post-traumatic stress disorder. So I was emotionally probably not very well, even though I was a functioning person. When I skied off the cliff, I had a bit of a personal crisis again that came back, and I ended up getting divorced. And I was separated from my children, partially, for 5 years until we got back together again.
So you got back because there's some reason you guys got back together.
Yeah, I love being a father.
Yeah, and you said your daughters have cancer.
That Sammy was diagnosed with AML leukemia, a type of cancer. She spent nine months in the hospital. I slept in the hospital every night with her, and then came to work during the day. So that's what we did.
So that's the next question. Why do you have a tattoo? That's the same reason.
When Sammy got out of the hospital, she wanted to have a tattoo, actually, a pair of wings, like an angel on her back, because she had survived the chemotherapy. She was the only person that had AML leukemia that survived 5 courses of chemotherapy. So she felt pretty good. We made an appointment, we paid a deposit. When we showed up to get her the tattoo, she wasn't 16 years old and she was not able
so
to.
in Canada, it's not allowed if you're not 16 years old?
I don't know if there's a law, but the gentleman that was doing the tattoo refused.
They not accept that.
So I got this little tattoo instead, right here. And I don't know, for people that know tattoos, it looked like a sticker. It looked like a fake tattoo. So my way of resolving this, I could either get rid of the tattoo or I could get a bigger tattoo. So I got this half sleeve tattoo
Have
of
to
a
fix
dragon.
that. Okay, and then next tattoo.
I put a bracelet around this wrist with my 3 daughters' names: Samantha Audrey, Hillary Ruby, and also Jessica Eleanor. Very similar to this tattoo. It looks silly just having this name around here.
Yes.
So then I added these Tibetan skulls and lotus flowers to each of my daughters' names.
Okay, so they all have flower.
Yes.
And then next.
From there, I think I did this tattoo. I was racing motorcycles at the time, and there's a saying in motorcycle riding that never ride faster than your angel can fly. So I had this tattoo done then. When Sammy was better, she applied for a trip to Paris, and the Children's Wish Foundation allowed her to go to Paris with her family. While I was in Paris,
You went with her.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
While we were in Paris, I got this tattoo, which this is for childhood leukemia, and
The star.
these are many of the logos for the Children's Wish Foundation. So I actually had it done while I was in Paris. Many different ones. This is my apple tree or tree of life.
Tree of life.
Originally, I had 3 apples for my 3 daughters. Then I added a little apple for Maddie.
Because have Maddie number 4, so Maddie have own apple.
My parents have both passed away, so I have their initials engraved into the tree, just for a memory.
You like a family tree.
Yeah.
That's a good memory.
My father, when he passed away, he was a rather short man, and he had very red skin. He drank a little bit too much, and my mother used to collect happy Buddhas because they reminded her of my father. So my happy Buddha is about my dad.
That's nice.
And then this is a little scooter because I enjoy
Right now you
scooters.
drive scooter, yeah.
This
Just about
is
now.
a little saying, burnout, don't rust, which means live your life to the fullest in Western United States. My moose, I was visiting my daughter Hillary, and we both got matching mooses. So, everything has a
So
story.
when you have tattoo, like you 40 years old?
I started at 40.
40 years old.
So, some people that meet me look at me and go, I understand you. You were born on the wrong
It's
side
wrong.
of the wrong side of the tracks,
It's
and
wrong
you had a
decision.
horrible life, and then somehow you did well. No, I went to a very good school. I was very academic. I was always a good person. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I work too hard.
They were wrong.
I started when I was 40. Most of the time I cover them up.
Yeah, because
So-
what you working?
So most people don't see my tattoos.
What about the secret in your life? How to succeed about like marriage or family or live together with your partner?
A lot of people feel that freedom and variety is a luxury, and personally I think we're better not to have freedom, some freedom, but not total freedom, and to not have variety. I think it's much better to focus on things and do very, very good at them versus accept mediocrity. It's only by, if you want to be great at something, you have to focus. And for a relationship, I think it's the same thing. You need to focus on that person, and it needs to be fair. Because if it's not fair, it's not sustainable.
That's about your last marriage, not success.
Yeah, I would say that, for both of us, we didn't feel it was fair. Whatever she wanted, I didn't deliver, and whatever I wanted, I didn't get. So, the relationship just wasn't fair, and therefore it's not sustainable. We seem to be doing a very good job at that. I think we rely on each other for many, many different things, and both of us are willing to do what we have to do
Yes.
to satisfy the other person. And it needs to be exclusive, because, you know, if the other person doesn't deliver those things that you rely on them for, then you go somewhere else. And as you start doing that, the cracks form in the relationship, and then I think you have a problem.
You learn
just my
from the
feeling.
past, and I learned from the past. I have like not only crappy life, just about not really sexist on that. You too. So I learned from you when you told me why you failed before, and I do too. I did too. So you used to say if you give something like a wise job to people, look like you give away your husband to people. So I agree with that.
Many times, successful people in North America have enough money to subcontract their job. So, you know, if a wife ends up having somebody do all the work, and then she does very little, and then actually the subcontractors have more power than the people. And I think it's a problem, especially with success.
Now I keep the secret because I do laundry by myself, and I want your shirt and I not trust any another women to trust your stuff, because I don't want they just.
I think it's a good idea. The reality is, if you know, if you're a good woman or a good man, other people would like to have your man or your woman.
That's what my grandma used to say.
You know, it's just the reality of life. Eh? No,
Can you talk about your wife? Your wife.
my wife. Aha. Let me see, my wife. There's more of her than there used to be.
Yeah. Why we sexist about like be a partner?
Why?
Partner just
I
about
think
stay
I think
together,
we're
right?
fair. You know, value is very, very personal. So what you want in a relationship and what you value is different for every person. It's important in a relationship that you communicate and that you understand what the other person wants, and that you develop a way of helping each other in a relationship. So being aware. So you and I have all of our different jobs. They're not 100%, but they're 90%.
Yeah.
You know, you do the cooking, I prepare the dishes, I do the washing, you do the ironing and folding, I put the garbage out. There's all sorts of little jobs that each of us do that for you and for me make it fair
Yeah.
and have value. So, you know, if I'm away or you're away, there's a lot more work for both of us.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I think many people asking me why I still working. Many people asking me why I still working. I have a husband like you.
I don't need a passenger. I don't need somebody to pay
Yes.
and get nothing. I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yes, I think I can do it. Yes, I can do. Why not? I have husband like you, and of course you have to look after me. But if I just shopping, drive sport car, and go somewhere every day and spend money what you give to me every month, I think I should not marry you, because otherwise, look like the part. That's what you.
and unless you're a partner, we'll get divorced. You know, I don't think anybody needs a paid passenger.
Yes.
You know, it's like having a passenger in a car.
Yeah.
Where you drive around and you do nothing. I don't think people need paid passengers.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want, you know, a pretty wife that I show off to people and go, oh, I have a pretty wife.
Pretty much.
Overrated.
That's what I said. If I do like that, you have to go back to the past, like the
Oh
same,
my God.
like the same thing. So I think I'm smart enough to keep you.
You know, and money helps with quality of life, but quality of life is something that you work at every day. Quality of life you can't buy. You know,
Yes.
people without money think that you can buy quality of life,
No,
and you can't.
no. Need
Money helps,
and
but
you have
it-
to help yourself.
but it's what you do every day that gives quality
Make your
of
life
life.
better.
You know, you iron my shirts. When I wear my shirts every day,
Yes.
I know that you iron them. You know?
Nobody does. Nobody
No,
does
but
like
but
me.
that's a little thing
Yes.
that means a lot, and also probably stops me from doing stupid things
Yeah.
because I'm wearing that shirt and I'm reminded all day long that you ironed the shirt. A silly thing.
I iron your shirt since I met you.
Good idea.
Right? So I think you saw that.
Good investment.
Small thing you saw that.
Good investment, honey.
So now I'm working. I do a white job. I do like employee and mom.
But you know, some people think if they have money, they should do nothing,
Yes, that's what people are asking.
and I don't know why.
And
I
one
think it's really dumb.
another question. People treat to be fed up with the food repeatedly, but why you still have
know-
been eating omelet for 6
You know,
years?
I'm an older man. You know, when you get older, you should understand what you like and what you don't like. You know, I've been on earth for a long time. I've tried lots of different things. You know, I like to eat something that tastes good.
Yes.
I like it to have good fuel or nutrition. I'd like for it to be easy for you to make because I don't want to have you work too hard in the morning. And I have an omelet and I have an apple every morning.
Yeah.
And I'm a happy man
Yeah.
and I'm full and it has good protein, good nutrients. It works.
Yeah, I think omelet they have enough calorie in the morning for you. I have two egg, right? And have rice, that's carbohydrate, and apples. I think that's enough for you and very
You know,
healthy.
every morning I exercise at typically 5:30 or 5:45, 7 days a week. I row, I erg, I walk. Sometimes I ride my bike, but 7 days a week, every day. So by noon, I'm hungry. I need fuel. It's like driving your car or your scooter. If you don't fill it out, it stops.
There are no.
So, and I never do nothing. Ever.
Yeah, because for like lunchtime, I'm not really cooking for you, but for dinner, I have Thai food for you, and I have Thai food 95%. In your life, you have to have my Thai food for liver, because I cannot do another one.
That's okay. Although you should learn a little bit of Italian. A little bit of Italian food would be nice.
I just start with Thai
You
food
know,
too for 6
Maybe
years.
20% Italian, 80% Thai.
Which we okay to go out. we okay to go out.
And usually we go out for dinner about one time per week.
Oh, I think 2 months once a week.
Yeah.
Maybe twice a month
Yeah.
or once a month.
Well, with COVID, it's been once every 2 months.
No COVID, I think we not really go out so much. No.
Once
No.
every 2 months.
Yo, you have Thai food for.
I want to go to Hagen's.
We have Thai food for 8 months right now. No, 7 months.
I want to go to Hagen's.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
A question about employee. Sound you like really warm, and you really like the kindness to them, and you really like a different boss. You not try to be serious. It's like
You know,
all employee can talk to you and you smiling all the time.
I would rather support people 100% and try to find work and situations that are good for them so that they can aspire and do well. And when it doesn't work, fire them, which doesn't happen very often. You know, everybody has skills and they have behaviors. And it's a matter of trying to utilize their skills and be aware of their behaviors and find situations where they can thrive or do well. My job.
Yeah.
My job is to put these teams together with lots of skills and promote everybody individually so the situation can work. And it's very easy as a boss everybody knows when something doesn't work. The easiest thing to do is do nothing. And I never do nothing,
You always do something.
you know, and I don't always do the right thing, but I always do something.
Try first, right? Who knows it's good or bad, right? You have to do something. Otherwise, just do nothing and nothing happen.
So, you know, there's always movement of behaviors, and behaviors can block skill. You know, you work differently than other people. You like working by yourself.
I do.
You know, you're not a team player.
Nope.
You know, you're not bad to the team, but you're not a team
I
player.
like to responsible myself. Like if something wrong, this my responsible 100%. You know, if I have to work with people and people cannot give me what I want, I got mad. I just like, no, you have to do this. I don't want to control people. I don't want to treat people like a bad stuff or bad thing. I want
She's not a
everything
boss.
that's me. I'm not a boss. So that's why I say I like to work by myself. Is that okay? I have
So
one
you know,
project, I have to finish it.
I understand your skills. Your skills have developed, and I built a job that you can thrive in. My job to do that. You know, it's very easy to put you in a job and watch you fail or be unhappy. But we've built a job to suit you and the company.
Now it's good for the company and good for myself.
Yeah, everybody's happy.
And then I try so hard to
Yeah.
prove myself.
So I try to do that with everyone. You know, we
But
have
everyone
100.
not take like me.
No, but everyone is similar. Everybody
Yeah.
has behaviors and skills, and you have to build a situation so they can do well.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. And some people are just, you know, pricks. And you get rid of those people.
Yeah, I like my job. I love my job. You know what I feel? I feel like if Cast 2 without me, they will have a big problem. That's how I prove myself right now. I try to
well, you
work
should be.
very hard to do my job, and if like I'm not there or someone want to fire me like that, Cast 2 cannot have to start something. They cannot grow without me. Okay, one question, maybe the last question. Why you have your office like in entering the building?
You know, in Asia very often, and I don't understand it, the general manager or the president is at the back of the company in a big office with no windows, fully protected by everybody up front.
Like have bodyguard in the back.
And I don't know, I would rather be front line. My office is right at the front. I have windows on the entrance, window outside. I can see everyone that comes and goes. I receive the mail. I have relationships with many different people. I would much rather be up front.
Yeah, that's someone asking me. Okay. แล้ววันนี้นะคะที่หลายๆ คนมีคำถามมากุ้งก็หยิบมาเป็นบางคำถามนะคะ แล้วก็ให้เขามาตอบเองวันนี้เนาะ และนี่ก็เป็นบทสัมภาษณ์ทั้งหมดนะคะ แล้วเป็นคำตอบที่ออกมาจากเขาเลยที่กุ้งบางคนบางครั้งกุ้งก็ตอบไปก่อนหน้านี้แล้วเนาะ แล้วก็อันนี้ให้มาฟังเขา และเขาบอกว่าถ้ามีคำถามอะไรก็สามารถถามมาได้เลยนะคะเขาอันไหนที่เขาตอบได้เขาจะตอบทั้งหมดเลยนะคะ วันนี้ก็ขอบคุณเจ้านายกุ้งนะคะที่มานั่งคุยในวันนี้เนาะสำหรับวันนี้เราต้องจบคลิปแค่นี้ไปก่อนดีกว่าเดี๋ยวเราจะมาคลิปหน้าเราจะมีอะไรมาให้ชมอีกเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวจะมีความน่าสนใจของผู้ชายคนนี้อีกนะคะเดี๋ยวคลิปหน้าเดี๋ยวมาติดตามกันค่ะสำหรับวันนี้นะคะสวัสดีค่ะบ๊ายบายค่ะ
My wife likes me to wear a hat because she thinks I look young, but I have 100% of my hair.
go go go
So I'm not hiding anything.